Hi everybody! Quick, exciting note. I reached 10 subscribers. I checked this morning. So that is awesome. Thank you guys. It just keeps blowing me away every time I see lower numbers of views or not gaining any subscribers. I'm just like, why? I ask myself why I'm even doing this, and I consider like almost every day taking it down, this channel down. And every time I have made up my mind, I get another subscriber or I get some comments, and it just really proves that it's useful to somebody out there, which is my hope, my purpose in this is to be of help to all y'all watching this. So subscriber number 10, thank you. You have brought me to my very first milestone. 10 subscribers. Maybe someday it'll be 10,000, but that is a pie in the sky at this point. So I totally forgot Sunday vlog story time this weekend. New routine, hard to remember. So I'm just gonna cheat and do it today, if y'all are okay with that. And today, I want to share with you guys what discovering stimming or rediscovering stimming has been for me. And I mentioned in one of my other videos that I have what's called alexithymia. It's a big word. Simply put, it's emotional blindness, inner blindness. I can't distinguish between physiological feelings and emotional, physical symptoms, physical manifestations of emotions, anxiety, whatever, stress. I can't distinguish unless it manifests outside of me or on my body, to where I can sense it with my senses, see it, feel it, which makes self-regulation just emotionally really difficult, because I don't know what I'm feeling until it gets bad enough that I'm coping some way, whether positively or negatively. And I've gotten a lot faster over the years, a lot better. It used to take ages. Really a long time for me to figure out that I was feeling, stressed or depressed or upset or anxious. And there was aftermath, because I didn't have the best of coping mechanisms. But I've gotten better, and it's gotten faster. But it's still, I'm basically inside blind is what I like to call it. I don't know what's going on. If I wake up and I'm feeling bad, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means that I'm sick physically, or if I'm got some chemistry imbalance going on in my brain, or if I'm just something happened that bothered me, or if I'm on my way to a meltdown. I have no idea. So when a little bit of backstory for me, a little bit of background on me. I haven't given you guys a lot about my life, but I spent about 4 years in foster care, and I'm now adopted. I was adopted out of foster care at age 14. And my first foster home was abusive, mentally, emotionally, psychologically abusive. And at age 11, I basically went into survival mode. And I was fidgety then. I didn't know about my autism. I'm undiagnosed, but it was kind of a situation where all eyes were on me all the time, and I was constantly being scolded and punished for things I couldn't control. My bad motor skills made me drop things or spill things a lot, so I'd get in trouble for that. So I basically kind of slipped into the state where I was only safe if I was invisible. So I stopped fidgeting, I stopped stimming, I stopped moving altogether, I stopped talking, unless absolutely necessary. I just kind of went into a shell mode. And that's really, I think, what the big catalyst to change of why my autism went so unrecognized for so long, because I wasn't presenting with anything at that time. I have now proof, because I've spoken with my birth mother and gone through the, assessments and warning signs, and together she and I have basically come to that conclusion of heck yeah, all the signs were there. If I'd been seen by a specialist or whatever, I would have gotten that diagnosis earlier. But there's just a lot of reasons I didn't. And there's a lot of resources out there that explain and talk about why girls, especially with autism on the spectrum, don't get diagnosed until way later, and there's a lot of reasons for that. I don't want to particularly go into to make this video too long, but I got really good at blending in and hiding in the background and not making myself noticed. And so stimming for me, rediscovering stimming, like, I gotta tell you, like, I discovered my autism about a year ago, and it's been a rough journey, just for my own personal acceptance and for the lack of acceptance just in some members of my family and my friend circle. It's been rough, but in those first moments, those first times where I found stimming again and found how helpful it was for me to regulate, and it was just really kind of a hallowed moment in the midst of all of the chaos. Stimming for me is basically my biggest gauge to how I'm feeling. I know that if I'm not stimming at all, and I kind of have like a mental hierarchy ladder list of what stims fall where, hand flapping is obviously up high at high energy and happiness, and kind of one of my first stims that comes out in the morning is rocking, maybe some finger flicking or whatever. So I kind of use that to judge, if I get up in the morning and I'm motionless and I'm able to sit still, then I know, like, I'm probably shut down, or I'm probably overwhelmed, or I'm probably exhausted. It's not a perfect compass, but at least gets me in the general area to start thinking about, okay, did something happen that's upset me, or what am I feeling? Am I feeling tired? To kind of have that mindfulness to figure out what my body is feeling, and then know how best to fix it, to adjust accordingly. And when I first started learning about stimming and learning about ABA and learning about how many people have to suppress their stimming, or how many parents want their child to appear neurotypical by suppressing their stimming, I was kind of flabbergasted and a little angry, because what stimming was for me was so freeing, and in a way that I can't even describe, even to be able to know what my inner world was doing, to be able to learn positive coping mechanisms that all my life, I'm 26 years old, all my life I couldn't grasp the positive coping things because I didn't know which coping skill to implement where, because I didn't know what I was feeling. And now, just going by my stimming, just going by my body, letting my body speak for me in a sense, especially because I've been nonverbal before, I do go nonverbal, and having stimming even as a means of communication to myself, from myself to myself, or to other people who know what my stims mean, which isn't very many, it just really opened up kind of that locked door of being so inside myself, so unaware of what's going on, and I'm able to see my stimming and see what I'm doing and know how I'm doing and how to be healthy, how to have self-care, how to care for myself that way, because otherwise, I don't know until it's too late, until I'm too far down the bad coping technique rabbit hole. So I'm definitely a stimming advocate for that reason, for a lot of reasons. It's taken me a long time to get it back, in the sense of not being ashamed of it, or being afraid, or having some PTSD from that situation in foster care that's really literally affected my bones, made me afraid to move, kind of thing. And it's taken me a while to get that back, but when I'm home alone and nobody's watching me, I flap all around the house. I'm just now starting to get to the point where I can rock in front of my parents, if that's what naturally is what I need to do at that moment, usually at the dinner table, and I don't feel weird about it, and they don't make a comment. But for me, it's a huge growth thing to get to that point. And so, I don't know, encouragement to all of you autistic people out there, all parents of autistic children. Stimming is so incredibly, it's important for an autistic person. It's healthy, it's good, it's, just from my story, just from my experience, the freedom that it gave me, the ability to grow and mature in self-care and have positive coping mechanisms and to know what's going on, has been amazing, really indescribable change for me and for my life and for my journey into the future as an autistic person, whatever that looks like. I don't know half the time. But, yeah, stimming is just beautiful. I love watching vlogs and seeing other autistic people share their stims. So if you are one of those, if you are autistic, or if you know of some videos of some people sharing their stimming, please share. I'd love to enjoy those with you. And I already have kind of a stimming video up. If you scroll through my videos, there aren't that many, but I do have one where I just kind of walk around and clean my room and hand flap a lot. So yeah, that's my quick late Sunday vlog story time. How stimming basically helped me learn some emotional intelligence to recognize my feelings and how to self-regulate, how to have some self-care just emotionally, mentally. My mental and emotional and spiritual health is way better than it's ever been because I know what's going on and I can do something about it. I'm not so lost anymore. So yeah, happy story. And 10 subscribers today, yay. I thought about a way to celebrate that, but I'm at a loss. I don't have the crazy, fancy, pick a random comment winner means to do that. I thought about doing a fidget toy giveaway, because I'm about to buy a new one that I'm really excited about. But, yeah. I think that's it. That's the end of my story. I'm happy to have 10 subscribers. And by all means, interact. If there's anything you want to see on this channel, you want to hear about my life or see me talk about, please comment, let me know. Because I'm scraping the bottom of the barrel for ideas here. I don't want to just bore you guys with my daily freakouts about my autistic catatonia situation, which is kind of dominating my thoughts right now. So, and I might do a video about that if you'd like, just kind of updating you on that situation, or at least the belly of the beast that I'm walking into willingly by getting off of the medication that I need. Basically letting myself regress. Hopefully with the goal in mind, I think, to get it properly diagnosed, but I just don't know how that's going to work out. So I don't want to ramble about things on and on. Please interact with me, comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to hear me talk about. Even though these videos aren't super fancy, you just gotta listen to me talk. But hopefully it's fun. And yeah, that's all for today, my friends. You have a lovely day, and goodbye.